Welcome back to On the Sofa with Mr. Big Stuff. My name is Paulie, I'm a tattoo artist and I doom scroll tattoo TikToks so you don't have to. So this is obviously supposed to be some sort of Polynesian sleeve, that is absolutely dreadful. Sorry, JJ Tattoo, if this is you. I mean, it looks like the lines at the top there. It looks like that's been done using a Magnum. If that's been done with a liner, as far as I can tell, all you've done is you're almost trying to paint these lines in, which shows that you don't know what you're doing. If you've used a Magnum, it shows you don't know what you're doing. There's pretty much nothing redeeming about this at all. Unfortunately, the black isn't solid packed. The lines are incredibly inconsistent. This is one of the reasons why you should go to proper tattoo artists. Oh look, there's a cooker in the background. This is what we call in the industry a kitchen wizard, but I believe a wizard will be able to cook up more magic than this. Absolute mistakes. On to the next. Dual essence charm. Stop, please. For the love of God. So, what? I believe they're wiping that down with cotton wool. So the reason that we use kitchen roll and not the cheaper stuff, and you don't use toilet paper, you use kitchen roll, right? Because if you have a decent kitchen roll, it won't get bitty and come apart, because if it gets bitty and comes apart, some of it can get trapped in the tattoo, it could cause an infection, like that's not what you want. I think this person is wiping this tattoo down using kitchen roll, which is, I've never seen that before. That's, obviously they didn't have anything else to hand, so don't do the tattoo. But then again, as you can see here, if you can't draw at all, you shouldn't tattoo because you have no concept of what you're doing artistically. Wow. Your judgment. What's happening? Sprinkling your judgment onto what? Sprinkling your judgment onto what? Oh, okay, so it's making a joint out of someone's judgment. I don't understand. Conceptually, I don't understand that design. The fingers at the top are obviously horrible. The things at the bottom are obviously horrible. The thing with this as well is, to do this design, they could have just got pictures or drawings of hands, but instead they tried to just draw it themselves. And what's happening at the bottom? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 6 fingers? Or the top bit is... There's an additional... I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, this is terrible. On to the next. Oh, this looks dirty as hell. And they're wiping it down with a dishcloth. They're wiping that down with a dishcloth. Honda! What? So heartbeat's standard, but then as soon as... Is that supposed to be the engine revs? This person obviously really likes Hondas, but they don't like good tattoos. Wagner tattoo, please stop. Let's just get a close up of some of the lines here, shall we? Dun, 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 dun. That's what my pulse would do as soon as I've seen that tattoo. Look at this. Wiping it down with a dishcloth is something special. On to the next. So using like second skin, I think there's different names for it elsewhere, but the ear doesn't even join up on that side. Like, in regards to this tattoo, I feel it would be better to not put the second skin on it and not encourage them to look after it too well, because then hopefully a lot of this can drop out, because this is terrible. I know there'll be a lot of people out there saying, you know, art is subjective, all art's good, art is subjective. That's not true. Art is subjective when it is executed properly, and there's a difference between well done ignorant style tattoos and just terrible tattoos. That's just how it is. On to the next. Nope is right. This is some tattoos make me feel sick, you know that. Obviously, this tattoo had no stencil because none of this makes any sense. Is that a rose at the bottom? Wow. The classic rose, pocket watch, and lion tattoo. But this one's got red eyes in it because it's edgy, I guess. I wish I had some commentary on this. The terrible thing is there are people out there who are going to think that this is a good tattoo, that it's okay to have this kind of work and it's okay to do this. But people will see this tattoo and be like, oh, it was only like £100, so, you know, that's good. Listen, right, people of the world, you will pay £150 for a pair of trainers that are going to last you maybe a year, but you want the cheapest possible tattoos, designs that are going to be on you for the rest of your life. It blows my mind that people will spend tens of thousands of pounds on a car. They will spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds on computers and TVs and shoes and stuff like that. Stuff that's going to not be with them in a few years. And yet when it comes to tattoos, they want the cheapest possible work they can get. It is mind-blowing. Also, something that blows my mind is there are so many incredibly rich, like pop stars, rappers out there with the worst tattoos. These people with millions and millions of pounds who buy $100,000 watches and multi-million-dollar mansions and will find the cheapest, rattiest tattoos they can. That's something I've just never understood. If someone could explain to me what that's about, and it can't just be about the aesthetic, because the aesthetic is fucking awful. So I don't know what that's about. Anyway, okay, so this guy looks like he's in a lot of pain. I can understand that. I don't know if about spraying that on. That is a hard wipe. This guy's going to be struggling a lot. That's a lot of solid black all over his arm. Doing that on the elbow is a rough one. Squeezing the old weenus when you've had it all blacked out. These guys have to be friends, because I guess doing that to a customer, I don't think they'd be on board with that as a situation. But this tattoo itself, I don't mind the way it comes onto the hand. I don't like this really at all, but I don't have to, I guess. The sticks that are going up through it, yeah, this isn't for me. I am a big fan of like the crazy sort of abstract black work stuff, but not this. I feel like that's not done very well. But you know, that guy's arm is going to swell up so bad. I feel very bad for him. On to the next. And here's the classic Ariel de Jesus. We all know who she is. If you don't, go and look at her stuff. All cover-ups, $160. Here we go. I've watched this before and I know where this is going to go. So, that huge, horrible cross star on the back. Instantly, look at those lines. Ariel de Jesus is a tattoo artist who specializes in $160 cover-ups, and she's dreadful. She can't tattoo. I mean, technically she can physically do it, but she can't technically tattoo, if that makes sense. Those lines are they're just shaky, they're horrible, they're all over the place, the dimensions are off. This is absolutely wild. But yeah, people keep going back to her. Here's the reveal, I assume. Oh, 2 hours, yeah, it looks like you did it in 2 hours. This is absolutely dreadful. It's one of the worst things about tattooing is that if somebody buys some janky equipment off Amazon and then gets some money and just opens a shop, all you have to do is prove that the place is clean and then you can tattoo. You don't have to be any good at all to do it, and this person here is a prime example of it. Ariel to Jesus has so many followers, and she has never put out a single tattoo that is anything other than absolutely trash. I feel so bad for anyone that goes to her, because it's just the worst. I don't understand how. I think this is the prime example of people just loving the cheapest tattoos possible, the most coverage for the cheapest possible, and it is absolutely wild. On to the next. What's it going to be? So I remember why I put this video in. Look at that glove. What's that? That's a marigold. That's a marigold glove. So I'm aware that the gloves that we get are not packaged in a sterile environment. They're not like super sterile gloves or anything like this. But this marigold here, the amount of ink that is all over it and all down the side, compared to the tattoo that they're about to reveal, means that these gloves have 100% been reused multiple times. And there we have it. Wow. Look at that. I could only, oh my Jesus Christ. Some of those lines are absolutely cut in. Do you know what's difficult when I'm reviewing these videos is the amount of times that I want to say, that's the worst tattoo I've ever seen. But they can't all be. Or can they? I don't. It's absolutely phenomenal. I don't really understand why people go to people like this. But look at that glove. Also, I've been on their page. They're wearing very, very dirty marigold gloves in all of their videos. And as it's cheaper to buy a box of 100 like disposable gloves that you reuse than it is one pair of them, pennies, a pair of marigolds, more expensive. So you know they're reusing them. And that is wild. So this is one for the thumbnail, obviously. So I have seen this video a few times. It makes the rounds a lot. This woman moves around so much. Sitting up like that is going to tense all of your stomach muscles. And the guy kind of keeps tattooing. I feel like the tattoo that's on there is finished. And now they're pretending to tattoo so they can get this video. Because this video is going to get a lot of attention. Stomach tattoos can absolutely suck, don't get me wrong. I don't know if anything's actually going on here. But it is difficult if you're getting a tattoo on your stomach. Or if you're tattooing someone on their stomach, it's a very sensitive area. And if the body is going to react and all of the ab muscles are going to contract, there's not much the person can do to kind of stop it. It's a really difficult situation to be in. But yeah, I've seen people react worse than this, getting their stomach tattooed. So this guy is blacking out, I'm not sure his entire plan, but he is blacking out all of his upper body himself. As far as I'm aware, he's doing it all himself. In this video, that's what he's showing. Back of the arm, shoulder, using a giant mag. This is going to hurt a lot. The guy's obviously really tough, because this is going to suck. And you can kind of tell by the weeping that this hasn't already been pre-done, and he's just pretending to tattoo over it. This guy is doing this. I'm not sure if his long-term plan is to have white over the top. Personally, I really like solid blackouts. I know a lot of people absolutely hate them. They don't see the point in them. But then again, I guess the point in any tattoo is it's just kind of decoration, just kind of skin adornment to change their appearance. So each to their own. Face tattoo. So I already kind of disagree with this. I know people can get tattoos wherever they want to get them. They can get them, if they don't get them from you, then they will be able to get them from someone. So there's a weird kind of conversation around like face tattoos when somebody isn't fully tattooed. Because if I don't do the tattoo for someone, then they'll find someone else, and there's a chance they could find someone who isn't very good who's going to do it. So should I do it so they don't end up with a terrible one? I don't know. I don't personally feel comfortable doing tattoos in certain areas if they haven't got them everywhere, but there are a lot of people out there who just don't care anymore. So there it is. Back right down the face. Don't see any neck tattoos. Yeah, I don't see any neck tattoos, and that's, I mean, it's well done. Like, it's well done on the face. The tattoo itself is good. Would I do it? Absolutely not. But there are people who are fine just doing anything because, you know, money, I guess. If you like my videos, please don't forget to like and subscribe because it makes a big difference. I'm currently on the way to 500 subscribers. 500! Thanks for watching Mr. Big Stuff on the Sofa. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stop recording.